Okay, this is a league match against amoffett11. Turns out to be my last one of this season. The dropout. And we'll see what we can do. Things look pretty grim on the division winning front, and they're pretty tight on the division losing front, which is to say demotion. It all needs to happen, and we try to win anyways, and whatever else I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's in the we're in allies previews, but it would be entirely unfair to be playing with them. So whatever. We're gonna open gear, probably Silk Merchant. That seems like a thing to do. I'd kind of like Artificer, Ironmonger next shuffle. I don't know that that's that viable, but it would be awesome if it happened. I don't know about next shuffle, but it would be awesome if it happened. This gear is me actually sort of towards that. This should be an Artificer. This gear is actually putting me sort of towards that, I think. I guess eventually what you can do here is delve Conquest. That's pretty sweet. There's also going to be a lot of action cards out, so Vineyard also is pretty relevant. What did you take? Artificer. As expected. So I could set aside 2 and take an Artificer of my own. I think I'm setting aside these estates no matter what. We're going to be shuffling next turn. I could take another Silk Merchant here. I could think about an Ironmonger. I think I'd rather take the Silk Merchant, though. This turn is going to be an Artificer, for sure. I don't know if there's many scenarios in which it isn't an Artificer. I don't think anybody is going to get... With this start, I don't think anybody's going to get particularly ahead in this game. It's not at all clear. I think it's pretty clear where you're going. You're just going to try to get all the good cards. To some extent, as simple a thing as that is to say. So, yeah. I'm going to play Silk Merchant first here. I guess you do want to get quite a few Destriers. Something to consider. So this will be an Ironmonger. At least I think it will be. There's not really a reason to be buying or gaining a Silk Merchant to the top. Okay. Apparently I lied. Ironmonger, Destrier. Okay. So this is a little bit of a iffy spot for me. I would sure like to gain a card. In this case, it's probably going to be a silver. Just because that's what the Silk Merchant isn't going to get offended by drawing. And this is not quite ideal to have a draw meta state. I could take Silk Merchant Destrier. I think that's going to be my best shot. New Silk Merchant. Sure would be nice to get some Ironmongers in here. Hasn't exactly been. I want to do something else. Okay. You might just discard everything for a Destrier. That seems possibly worthy of doing. I feel like I've acquired a little bit less stuff. Probably because I have. But that's alright. Oh, here's a decision that I don't want to have to figure out. I think I am going to set these aside in the assumption that I don't draw the Artificer. A solid assumption. Could take another Artificer. Could just take the Ironmonger. Let's just take the Ironmonger. Oh, this could be ugly. If I don't draw the Artificer off one of these Silk Merchants, it's going to not be pretty. That's what I'll say. That would be like game losing. Be bad. And that is indeed what happened. Shoot. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm just gonna buy an Ironmonger. Yeah. This was really poor to not draw the Artificer. Really poor. This is bad. It was looking a little bit icky before just because I wasn't gaining as much, but now it's looking quite terrible. This should be just like take as many Destriers as you can, however. I think that's like Delve plus 3 of them. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not a huge, amazing fan of this. I guess he wanted the Villager. That's fair. Destrier. It is going to inhibit my ability to get Villagers from now on, so yet another thing that has gone quite wrong. Is that? So, oh well. What we're really trying to do here is build up for a turn where we can get a lot of Destriers. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, especially with the Artificer having just passed through. That was going to be pretty essential to that aim. You did put yourself out of Villagers, which I guess is something of a positive. It's a little bit sketchy. It's probably getting time to think about adding like a potion. Just because these are going to evaporate and then those are really going to be really, really quick to go. I'm going to discard this Silk Merchant. That might not be the best plan ever, but okay. Well, this is nice. So I'm going to discard to gain an Artificer. That's for sure. And then maybe I discard to gain an Ironmonger, or do I just like gain a copper? If I gain a copper, I will have 9 and can triple Destrier. That seems worth it. Whoops. I want 1 Ironmonger with those, I think. Yeah, darn. I don't like you having villages. This could definitely be game over for me. Depending on, whoa, this draw. I think I had to press it. The Ironmonger was the pressing part. But it's definitely pressing. So we'll see. Okay, it's not there. No way. No way. Let's see. I mean, there's buys you could do to lose the game, like double Destrier would be pretty bad, I think. I do wonder if the Ironmonger game last turn was actually good over another Destrier. I mean, I set up for it, but to do either. Hard to say. Copper definitely did seem worth it. Okay, adding potion, Artificer. Alright. I don't think there's any way that I win this turn. In that case. I'm gonna keep this. Discard. Alright, let's figure this out. I want to gain a potion, I think. Discard 4, gain potion, play gear, see what we have. So here's 9. I could take Vineyard triple Destrier, that would be like death. Setting aside Silk Merchant Copper, I can take Province Vineyard, which does seem pretty good, I'm gonna say. Vineyard, Province, and that's all. Okay, yeah. That's why I like having a villager around. These turns are quite possible. Now I have to decide whether to burn it. I would imagine the answer is yes. I can actually just top deck another potion here and be pretty happy with this turn. I could get a delve too while I'm here. I don't think that's any good. Do like having points. It is making me feel like I'm not going to lose this turn at least. The villager definitely did not seem worth it for that turn. At some point it's going to have to be worth it, but it was not worth it there. Like I could buy 2 vineyards. I don't think I'm looking for a whole lot else. This turn I'd probably burn it to try to get to potions. If things don't quite go as desired at the start of this turn. I don't think a 3rd Oh, okay. Well, this seems really dangerous to take the third vineyard. Okay. Well, so now we're definitely going for it. One way or another. This is so uncomfortable. Alright. I don't know whether to take the Ironmonger right now or not. I don't think so. I think I do want to shuffle first. Now would be a good time to take it, though. Is it even necessary? No, this can just be a potion gain. It's not necessary. Alright. Yeah, I think the keeping the villager around as long as possible ended up being a pretty solid move. So that worked out well, and then also gaining the vineyard off of the whatever. Potion off of the Artificer early was pretty good. And I did this awesome copper gain. It was the most awesome copper gain ever. So that was fun. You saw that I had the controls there, but they don't actually work. It's one of my few criticisms at the moment, is the buttons that don't do anything. What do we want to do here? Sanctuary thins. Other than that, it looks like it's pretty straightforward, standard, just village draw treasures. I don't think Engineer is very good to start out. I think I want to start Wishing Well Silver. We can pick up, ideally, Sanctuary Engineer on the next shuffle. Maybe a Barge is going to be better than the Sanctuary to start out. Anyways, I think I made the decision. I think I made the decision already. Wishing Well Silver. My brain's a little bit fuzzy. I was up pretty late last night, woke up pretty early this morning, and went on a hike this morning. So I'm feeling a little bit more animated loopy than I normally have. If I'm talking a lot more, that's why. So you did do Silver Engineer. I mean, it has a lot of potential to pay off, but I'm pretty happy to just be taking Wishing Wells. I don't understand. Well, it's not really that impactful. So you did not reach 5, so that's good news for me. So I'm wishing for copper. Alright, so we do hit 5 again. This seems like obvious Barge. I don't think there's anything that's worthwhile that isn't Barge, so let's take it. This is going to be an Engineer on my 3, and we'll hope that they don't collide, which they might, and that'll suck. But there's Frog, so we can Frog the Engineer and then Duration Barge or whatever suits us. Remember these new exile maps down here. Hover over the name and don't see anything. Let's Pretty solid. Let's get ourselves another Wishing Well. I am a little bit worried about this village situation. I think having like 4 is more than sufficient, but I don't want to really end up with like 2. Yeah, Pilgrimage will be really nice for me next turn. Let's go ahead and wish for copper. I'm going to next turn this and buy Pilgrimage. It won't get me the village, but the engineer will. It will get me, like, Wishing Well, Barge, maybe another Sanctuary, which is nice. It'll be actually a little bit tempting to take, like, 1 walled village here, and then, take another engineer. That'll be something that is possible. Just keep naming copper. Hope to get to the sanctuary. Okay. This is actually 9, so that's sure interesting. I could even take, like, Walled Village Pilgrimage, or Barge Pilgrimage more accurately. I think I just want to trash this engineer for a village. Yeah. 2 villages is sufficient, right? 3 barges. I don't know. Let's not trash. And then I will Pilgrimage, take a barge, a sanctuary, and an engineer. I'll be way over terminal. No, I'm buying another walled village. There we go. So now I'll just be able to blow these engineers up into however many villages. Which will be nice. Yeah, exile the copper. Alright, I'm increasingly happy with my position. I have the estates all away, which is certainly better than having a single copper away. I feel like things are going pretty alright. That was really nice to see. Do I draw with it, or do I duration it? I think I duration it. We'll frog one of these. Well... Let's frog one of those. I'm just going to duration it and be a little bit conservative, possibly overly so. I don't know that I actually need all these villages, but I don't know what's better. Wishing Wells might be better. Silver might be better. This engineer can maybe take some silvers. I do like having the Candlestick Maker. I think I will be capable of drawing it, given my newfound amazing deck. Certainly nice. It looks like you're drawing deck anyways. It's a little scary. I guess it had 2 barges powering it on. This will be made possibly less possible next turn. I think I'm done village-wise. I'm not sure entirely how accurate being done village-wise is, but it sounds plausible at least. What's this? Basically just a bunch of villages is what's in the discard. There is village, there's a bunch of there's 2 wishing wells, a village, and a sanctuary in there. I'm going to wish for wishing well. It's probably going to be wrong, because that's my life. Dang. Well, let's frog this, and duration this, and maybe buy pilgrimage. Another barge is seeming really nice, though. Like now. Apparently one doesn't have to be durationed. Yeah, let's do that. That was not my favorite shuffle. Not my favorite. It was a brutal one. Now you're going off pretty well. Looks like fully drawing, because apparently you don't have the same symptom of drawing all of your treasures at the top of your deck. Next turn's looking also pretty good for you. This will be Walled Village, Barge, Sanctuary. Question. Right. So what I want to do this turn is I want to buy a gold and probably pilgrimage. Oh gosh. Well, I think I'm just naming copper, because that's what you do when you can draw more. 2 barges. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This is horrifying. Jeez. Well, this engineer is not doing anything useful anymore. It can become a silver. Absolutely horrifying. I guess I'll pilgrimage anyways. Really not sure. Maybe I take a capital. Like, I should not be struggling to draw like this. It's been 2 turns of just absolutely horrifying draw, especially at the bottom. Let's add a capital. I think that's how I'm going to go. I'm going to buy a gold pilgrimage off the capital, and then go from there. Assuming I don't just die horribly. Because that totally seems like something that my deck is being ultra prone to doing for no reason at all. Yeah, so down here it was Wishing Well, Copper, Barge, Barge. And I wished for not copper because that wasn't going to do me anything, and it was copper, so it's not like there was a better wish. There's just two absolutely horrific draws. Bottom decking both barges, bottom decking the good stuff. But That's life. It'll really take something to win this from here. Despite my early lead, I'm now very much behind on stuff. I'm ahead on thinning by somehow only a little tiny bit because I've been completely unable to draw. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And my opponent's not going to be gutting from here on out, because the miracle death draws don't seem to happen on that side. I don't like that province. I don't think piles are anywhere near low enough for that. I don't know whether copper or silver. I guess copper is still more common. Alright. We are good. Sort of. Alright, now we're just good. Good in general. I don't know whether exiling another copper is actually good. It's probably not. What is this last card? I don't know. I mean, I can accomplish my goal of gold pilgrimage this turn, so that works. I guess it was a silver. I totally should have drawn it rather than frogging the wishing well. Piles aren't that low, are they? I'm not, like, going insane here. Maybe I'm going insane. I don't know. I guess the idea is that you can exile the province and just never see the effects of greening. It is something to worry about for me, for sure. I'd like to province pilgrimage this turn, but I don't know if I'm going to have the money. Yeah, frogging the wishing well last turn was a pretty severe mistake. I forgot that I picked up the second silver. So, oh well. Definitely some horror in this game. Definitely some horror. And you're going to be able to double province pretty soon. Just look at that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to draw everything. The last card's a Barge. Gold, capital, probably just silver. I don't know, like, how viable drawing stuff actually is. I guess I'm gonna make it silver. It's uncomfortable. I'm definitely not in a good position here. Unless there's some kind of absolutely amazing dud that I'm not sure is actually viable at this point to happen. I had my horror duds. So now I'm suffering for them. I think I also over-exiled Copper. I should have drawn the silver, I over-exiled Copper. If I had drawn the silver, I probably could do 3 provinces in a state this turn, but I didn't. So now I've cost myself actually $4. That way. I believe. Yeah. I guess maybe you can win. Like if you gain 2 Wishing Wells, Pilgrimage for Barge, Wishing Well, buy 2 barges or something like that. It takes 14. And buy a Wishing Well. It takes 17. Yeah, I think you have that. Oh well. I believe this is a win for you. 17. No, I guess you can't expand economy that much. You had 12. I think you had 12 last turn without coffers. I think you're a coin short. Yeah. Alright. But this turn can be a double province, which is quite a lot of stuff that I absolutely cannot deal with. Yeah. Capital. Okay. I guess it's going to probably give you the ability to triple next turn, so I'm going to be hoping for a dud that might not be able to happen, as usual. That's how it always seems to go when I'm hoping for duds, is they're completely unreasonable, and when other people are hoping for duds, I get them. Those 2 turns of not getting to the end of the deck were just devastating. Alright. Shoot. Yikes. That was scary. I don't know why everything hides this game. Okay, apparently I don't get to my last barge. That's totally expected and acceptable. And actually really freaking terrible. But whatever. Now what? I have to get more draw. So I definitely need this dud from that end. I'm gonna need more draw for next turn. Let's take 2 provinces and a Journeyman. Like, does a dud probably doesn't double province for you. I don't know if the Journeyman's even, like, good. It probably has to be. Can I double province taking that much debt? 6, 12, 15, plus 3, I can. Alright. Why do you draw all of your villages and barges right off the top of your deck? That's like completely freaking cheating. I don't know how you do that. I'm sure it's in hand by now. Yeah. Alright. Well, maybe if I had left a province, or just doubled, I don't know. I wanted the dud, and wow, did that not happen, and totally happened for me earlier. Like, it felt like every single turn I was completely struggling. I had one fewer, whatevers, but it still felt like every turn I was struggling, and every turn you were quite happy with how things were. This has crop rotation and cobbler and some other stuff. I think the primary... Oh, there's Graverobber. Graverobber's extra gains in addition to cobbler. There's cobbler sheepdog. That's sort of thingish. I think I'm gonna open silver sheepdog. That sounds good. With the sheepdog first in case of noble briganding. I guess that can't happen, but silver sheepdog seems fine. I guess Lost Arts probably eventually goes on sheepdog. So, yeah. We'll signal the silver first then. This 4 looks potentially really terrible. I guess not. This should be crop rotation easily. I'm just gonna keep taking sheepdogs. Cobbler can do whatever. I hate that junk dealer so much. Let's see here. What will this sheepdog do? It'll draw to 4. Do I feel like another silver or another sheepdog? I don't think a silver's doing me a whole lot. I think I'm just going to keep taking sheepdogs. Okay. This 5 is going to be a cobbler, that's for sure. And now we can start actually doing real deck making. Like buying crop rotation. That's totally real deck making, isn't it? Yeah. Crop rotation's gotta be better than junk dealer, right? Right? Maybe not. I guess junk dealer has merit. One junk dealer. We'll Lost Arts sheepdog. Here. It's funny I'm already trashing like coppers. This turn I guess I'm gonna take a Graverobber. That seems good and reasonable. Then the next turn I'm going to take another Graverobber. I don't think it's province time. I mean, it could be. I'm not gonna... take a sacrifice here. Unless the Sheepdog is still available, in which case I'll take the Sheepdog. I'd be quite happy. I think I'm just going to trash one of these things. That is to say, coppers. And grab another Graverobber. And this can be like a silver gain or something. I don't know. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is probably better. Graverobber Junk Dealer. Province. Graverobber Junk Dealer back. Sack a copper. Buy crop rotation. Right. Or do I buy a province before the crop rotation? Next turn I'm probably gaining silver. Let's do the crop rotation. I want to crop rotate first, right? I think so. Sounds right. Okay. This hasn't gone quite as it could have. Well, I can still gain this junk dealer at the top of the deck. I don't know if that's actually any good, though. Or whether I'm better off just sacking a copper and taking the province. Here I'm going to gain sacrifice. Pretty sure. I managed to get a lot thinner. That's interesting. Maybe not that interesting, but you did manage to get thinner. I wonder what my viability for, like, I don't know. I don't think there's a triple province in this deck. There is a triple province in your deck, which is certainly scary. Last turn was pretty bad for my winning prospects. Oh, they're another silver. I guess it should be an action. Let's see, because I would like to would like to progress. Like, if I double Duchy Province here, what's the deal? Because that's something I can do. It would leave me vulnerable to a triple, which seems not good, really. Because you definitely can triple. At least that's my opinion. Well, maybe not. You have 2 silvers. Some amount of copper. I'm gonna play this. Well, yeah, let's play this. Okay. Ended up working out. I like having the threat of tripling. So I could just, like, take 2 duchies here. I think that's fine. Yeah, this is what I needed. So this'll be good for me. I believe I am taking a silver, though maybe I'm taking a sacrifice. No, I think I'm taking a silver. And dudding. Awesome. Jeez. Well, that's a point improvement. I think if I go Province Duchy, I'm safe. 10 plus 9 is 19, yeah. Okay. No Cobbler's gonna hurt a lot. Like a lot. Although, a lack of sheepdogs hurts worse, so who am I kidding? Anyways. My belief is that I do not lose this game. Not from here. I guess I could have lost it had you been able to trash both Catacombs for estate gains. It's kind of scary. But let's see. There's more sheepdogs in there. Okay. Now we go to Province. React. I can grave rob something back. That sounds like a Catacombs. Particularly on top of the deck. And then buy estate. $13 points. Let's see. Okay. Well... Alright, you gave up. Whew. Cobbler Sheepdog. One for the ages. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what's going on here is a distinct lack of thinning, but lots of ugly draw, and we have Delve Conquest again with capital, so you are building the crap out of this thing. I think it's pretty clear Cardinal is fine, because what else are you playing with a terminal besides Kiln, which you're not going to want for a bit. So it looks like Cardinal Dungeon to me. Let's go. Oh, spices. It's, not my favorite thing in the world to see. I, for one, will continue to buy dungeons. I wonder if I want spices to be this first 5, or if I'd rather it be stables. I think with how things are going, probably spices first. Yeah, that sounds right. Then my Cardinal can get hit or something. Alright, not so much. Stables. Now my stables can get hit. Also, it will be interesting to see who gets the first high-impact Cardinal hit. That was fairly high impact. But I think we just keep buying stables, really, until they're gone. I'd have loved to have hit your Cardinal. That would have been satisfying. Good. Oh, my spices is gone too now. I guess that means I'm probably going to want another spices. I don't know about this shuffle. I guess we're just going to do it, because it's dungeon. This way I can delve spices, which has got to be better than just spices. Maybe I want stables. I'm not sure. We're in these annoying Cardinal fights that don't do anything. They'll be high impact later once the stables are all missing, but for now they're boring. I have gotten both your spices into exile. That is amazing. Now it would be nice if I could get your Cardinal into exile so we could stop exiling stables every single turn. Just what's going to happen this turn. Oh, I avoided it. Interesting. Well, doesn't matter. I could actually consider discarding a stables. I think I will. No, it's just dumb. Let's get out of here with this crazy talk. Because this is quite excellent to be able to buy double stables, I think. And I could also consider, like, City Kiln. That's a thing I could consider. Or Stables Kiln. Or Stables City. I mean, the thing is, I have the Cardinal in there, which maybe not the greatest thing ever to pair with Kiln, but let's go ahead and do it. Now I want cities. Cities are next up. Alright, I need to take the stables out. And I think I'm just buying the city at this point. And the Cardinal attack this turn is going to suck, as per usual. Because for some reason, that's what Cardinal attacks do to me, is they suck. I think it's going to turn over... I don't know what it's going to turn over. I think it's going to turn over a dungeon. No, it's going to turn over an estate. The dungeon was random. Alright, well that wasn't actually so bad. I am going to want more dungeons eventually, is my take. I feel like I'm doing a touch better right now. But that could be highly inaccurate, pending this next turn. Village? Cardinal? Maybe Cardinal. Could very well be Cardinal. I think it's going to be Cardinal. That's going to suck. Yep. Kidding me? Pair of cities. Or city Cardinal. It's gonna be end of life for these stables. How are you drawing so well? This is painful. I guess you have the 2 dungeons out still. Ticking me off. Well, there goes a bunch of money. The silver is easy to recover. The spices is probably also pretty easy to recover. At the end of the day. I was pretty lucky there to not lose stables. It would sure be nice to find a city, wouldn't it? Yeah, hit a Cardinal. That's always nice. So this looks like Delve, Dungeon... Spices City is probably fine. Interesting that you stuck the city in exile over the stables. I think the city is probably better. It is recoverable, but I don't know. I don't think you're in any position where this would be even close to a win. The Kiln is really nice because it means I can mid-turn gain things, just say action cards. That dungeon's not going to do anything. Oh, I did make you lose your Cardinal, that's right. Well, hopefully you just buy 2 cities, and that way I can end the game and win. I might be able to do that even from this position, but it'll be easier if you do the 2 cities. I can't believe we've seen Delve Conquest Capital twice and we haven't done it either time. Or Delve Conquest. We've had, like, none of it either time. I think I'll be able to win here. That's my guess anyways. Whoops. Cancel to go further back. There we go. Kiln is not useful for me right now. I want to hit spices. That may have been overambitious having it hit spices. Well, that was pretty good. I think it's probably time to start scoring. I'm going to take a city. Like, city, delve, double conquest. Yeah. Could take another dungeon. That might be worthwhile. Especially given what I've left myself down there. I might press too far also. Or another conquest. Might be good. Or another delve before the conquest might have been good. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's go back to there. I should have spent a coffer and delved twice before conquesting. Scary. Scary deck. I am happy to have hit 2 stables, though. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but maybe. I was totally did not understand what was going on with my shuffle there. That was a very nice Cardinal to me. Very kind. Very kind. I thought this shuffle was quite a bit smaller, or that I could draw through it or something. It was not a good one to trigger, and I totally should have kept the what's-its. Kiln earlier. This time, I'm going to say that I've learned a little bit of something. I screwed that up, totally. I'm going to admit. I could have gotten the cities activated one like tick earlier. But this is just going to be spices. Here, let's triple conquest because it's funny. Alright. Yeah, that might have just been a lot of first player. And Cardinal made it pretty dang random what was going on. This looks like clearly Potion Steward. Like, I have not seen a clear Potion Steward in days. And now I am quite sad. I'm going to draw here. seems like the best option. And then I'm going to buy Uni. Two cards. Alright, that all worked out. This will be experiments. Okay. Another Steward does not seem worthwhile. This is going to be more experiments. One thing to note here is that Scholar is way, way, way better than Margrave. Like, unbelievably better than Margrave. Like, you do not want Margrave. I don't understand the Artificer before the Scholar. Like, you have these uni gains that are happening, right? I think it's just more experiments. This will be Artificer Scholar for me as the gains. Couldn't even top deck experiments. I guess I could top deck a Scholar. That might be worthwhile. 1, 2, 3. I'd rather trash the coppers. Alright. I feel quite ahead here. We'll see if it lasts, but for now it certainly feels good. Okay, yeah. I think going hard after the university was important there. You trash over gaining one, and maybe things worked out, but better for me anyways, some other way. But what do we want to do here? Kind of want to open Magpie Goatherd. That sounds terrible. I mean, I feel like I want to open Magpie because it's freaking Magpie, but Quarry also has a lot of appeal, given that it is the thing that gets you to Wharf. It might be that Magpie Silver is best. Goatherd Quarry. Kind of like this Goatherd Quarry idea. If you get lucky, you could top deck a Wharf like turn 3 or something. Alright, I'm convinced. Alright, we don't do it turn 3, but whatever. I'm not sure whether to take a Goatherd here or like a Fool's Gold. I think another Goatherd's probably in order. You see your Goatherd? Darn. I'm just going to top deck a Wharf then. And a Wharf Magpie. Here I get to trash 2 copper, or 2 estates, should I so desire. Which I'm not sure whether I rather so desire that or I so desire another something. Like a Quarry or a Magpie. I would like another Quarry quite soon, though. Goatherd will draw one this turn. That's nice. Kind of just want to maintain the... Yeah. I do want another Quarry kind of badly. Let's take a Diver with it. Goatherd does one card so far, anyways. I hope you didn't find your Wharf. Darn. Oh, I think, like, for you, maybe Quarry Destrier. That sounds right. I've stopped feeling so great about the status of this game. I guess these both draw 2. Does this one need to draw 2? Is it worth trashing with it? It's definitely worth drawing with it. I don't think it's worth trashing with it. So this looks like at least a Wharf. At least a Nobles. Probably another Nobles. Maybe Destrier was better than the second Nobles, but it would just be something we need to buy next turn. Okay, you trapped with both Goatherds. That's good news. I may want to trash with both Goatherds, assuming that I even get to them. Okay, well, this was terrible. I'm only going to be producing 3 buys this turn. I think at this point I'm going to say that the Goatherd trashing is not going to help you that much. That's my take anyways. At least another Wharf. Possibly 2 more Wharves. I don't think I can really be bashful about this. And a Nobles. It's a little ugly. The game hangs in the balance on Magpies, is what I'm seeing here. It's frightening. It's frightening. There's no way 2 Wharfs, 2 Nobles is the right move for you. That's so potentially game losing. I don't even know what bashful means. I hope I used it right. I kind of have an idea of connotation, but it's sort of inexact. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. And a Wharf. And a Wharf? scared of wharfs. I mean, here's the thing. They don't cost me anything. Yikes. I'm gonna top deck this, I think. Did you play Goatherd at all last turn? Yeah, you trashed both. Okay. Is 5 buys more useful than sealing this? Yes, by quite a lot, in fact. This is problematically not a win. And I say problematically because it's a problem. This is a loss. So, what do I want to do? I need to just score. Like Duchy Estate. You have 2 wharves out. I'm pretty certainly losing at this point. That much seems clear. Getting the 3 magpies and then dudding here was not a solid move. This is Goatherd nobles in the bottom too that would have been really helpful. So instead, I guess I'm looking at, just trying to score really anything I can. And that's got to be fine. I guess Goatherd was only 1. Okay. It's looking grim. It's looking really grim. Now it's looking very, very grim. Yeah, that turn did not work out the way I wanted it to, gotta say. I needed more money. Was the end of it. I wasn't really winning either way. What happened there? I didn't draw the wharfs with the nobles the turn before. That's basically the summary. So, anyways, those were some games. I don't actually know how many I won or lost. I felt like it was maybe 4-2. No idea. Anyways, that's the way today's going. So, see you all.